Welcome back to the Hot Zone Sports Report with yours truly, Ryan Van Deaver. Boy, do I have a treat for you today. Let's go ahead and get on to the article. The superstar in Boise, Ashton Jeanty. Many don't know about a secret in Boise, Idaho, in the name of Ashton Jeanty. Have you never heard that name before? Let's unravel this enigma so you can see the superstar in Boise. Thanks again for supporting the Hot Zone Sports Report. Your subscriptions make this site possible, and if you're new here, click that subscribe button. Questions, comments, article ideas, angry missives, and more can be sent to me at Hot Zone Sports on Twitter/X. With less than 100 days until the season begins, I'm going to start a series highlighting offensive and defensive players to watch during the offseason for each group of 5 program. Many aren't aware of some overlooked players, often referred to as diamonds in the rough. Get ready for an enjoyable journey. I hope you have as much fun as I will writing these. We'll kick off this series by exploring the Mountain West Conference, where Spencer Danielson is set to lead the Boise State Broncos in his first complete season as head coach. Around halfway through last season, Danielson took over for Andy Avalos and guided the Broncos to a final record of 8-6, securing their first league championship since 2019. Nevertheless, the previous defensive coordinator will face a challenging task in replicating that accomplishment this year. The upcoming season will bring expanded roles for many of the Broncos' young players on offense and defense. Keep your focus on this particular player. Running back, Ashton Jeanty. The running back position has a long and storied history with the Broncos. The group of running backs in Boise State history is as impressive as some of the best. Ashton Jeanty is incredibly gifted. The college football world was stunned when the All-American player revealed his decision to return to Boise State. Jeanty is backed up by 4-star running back and sophomore Breezy Dubar. The team strengthened the roster by adding talented incoming freshmen Dylan Riley and Sire Gaines. Typically, in an offense that aims for balance, the running back plays a crucial role and carries a significant amount of responsibility, especially when there is a young and experienced quarterback. Allow me to present to you Ashton Jeanty, a Florida native who played high school football in Texas and will seamlessly adapt to Dirk Cutter's offensive system this season. In 2023, Jeanty, a sophomore then, received the prestigious honor of being named the Mountain West Offensive Player of the Year. He finished second in the entire FBS, averaging 164.6 all-purpose yards per game. Standing at 5'9" and 210 pounds, Jeanty is already an exciting prospect for the pro game, considering his acceleration, versatility, and overall frame. Jeanty had 6 games where he rushed for 100 yards, including a remarkable performance of 205 yards and 2 touchdowns in a victory against San Diego State, as well as an impressive 212 yards and 3 scores in a close 1-point defeat to Colorado State. Jeanty scored 4 touchdowns, 2 rushing and 2 receiving, against Memphis, but his team lost by 3 points, sadly. Jeanty was a standout player in the Air Force game with 107 rushing yards, a touchdown, and 118 receiving yards and a score, contributing to a 27-19 win. Moreover, Jeanty scored 3 rushing touchdowns in the game against North Dakota. In a remarkable accomplishment, Jeanty became the first FBS player since 2019 to amass 1,000 rushing yards and 500 receiving yards in the same season. If he stays healthy, Jeanty's draft stock should increase even more between now and the end of the season. Ashton Jeanty is already zooming up the draft boards Pro Football Focus released their top 50 players in the 2025 NFL draft class on Monday. Jeanty was the only player from the group of 5 included on the big board. Jeanty was also the 4th running back included in the list. Jeanty is undeniably one of the country's most versatile running back prospects. He excels in pass protection and is a valuable asset as a receiver. Jeanty possesses a robust lower body structure, enabling him to power through tackles as a strong downhill runner. He has the ability to defenders areas and then quickly accelerate upfield. The anticipation is he feature back in 2024, surpassing those from the power conferences. Dirk Cutter, the offensive coordinator for Boise State, draws a comparison between running back Ashton Jeanty and former Bronco Doug Martin, who had a successful 7-year career in the NFL after being drafted 31st overall in 2012. Former Boise State running backs coach compared Jeanty to a bowling ball because of the way he runs through tacklers. Currently, running backs coach James Montgomery calls him money. Quote, he's a sure thing because of how he works, Montgomery said. The same effort fans see on Saturdays, we see every day on the practice field and in meeting rooms. I don't think it matters what anyone calls him come next April. The coaching staff in Boise knows that there's a legitimate chance that they might be waving goodbye to one of the best running backs to ever step foot onto the campus of Boise State if he resembles what he did last season. Regarding highly talented prospects, Boise State has a limited selection. He is considered one of the best college football running backs when he is in good health, and it is unlikely that will change this season. Despite being relatively unknown, Ashton Jeanty has the skills to be considered the top running back prospect in the 2025 NFL Draft. Despite the lack of national recognition, he is establishing himself as a potential standout among the running backs in Boise State's history, provided he remains until his senior season, at least regarding the record books. Cedric Minter set the Broncos' career rushing record 44 years ago, accumulating 4,475 yards from 1977 to 1980. To surpass that record, Jeanty would need to maintain an average of 1,154 yards over the next 2 seasons, which would be highly probable. A glaring problem stands out to me. This might be Jeanty's last year at Boise State since he may decide to pursue the NFL draft. Given his status as a top prospect, it would take a combination of factors, including a desirable team to return to, and the opportunity for NIL endorsements to deter him from pursuing a future in the NFL. Jay Ajayi, Jeremy McNichols, and Alexander Madison all chose to enter the draft early after their junior seasons as Boise State players in recent history. At this rate, Minter could easily maintain the record for an additional 44 years. Jeanty's draft value is predicted to increase this season as he showcases his natural leverage, efficiency, and a sense of urgency that grabs the attention of NFL scouts. Not only is he making the scouts drool over him with his downhill acceleration and speed, but it also doesn't hurt his chances. Additionally, there's a high chance that he will be heavily involved in the Heisman race. Whether or not he wins it will depend on factors beyond his control, such as his schedule and the team he's on. However, the excitement and anticipation surrounding Jeanty's performance are undeniable, and it seems like there won't be many setbacks on this journey this season. The 2024 season for Boise State will kick off on August 31st with a game against Georgia Southern. We appreciate the time you've taken to listen to our article and hope that you stay tuned for future updates. By subscribing, you'll be sure to receive notifications about new content, particularly if you found this piece enlightening. Remember to connect with me on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for the latest sports breaking news updates throughout the day. Thanks again for supporting the Hot Zone Sports Report. Your subscriptions make this site possible. And if you're new here, click that subscribe button and join a community that shares your enthusiasm for sports. Questions, comments, article ideas, anger missives, and more can be sent to me at Hot Zone Sports on Twitter/X. Also, we're running a survey at the moment that allows you to give direct feedback to the Hot Zone Sports Report. Click the button below or above to complete the survey. I'd be extremely grateful if you would. I hope everybody has an amazing Wednesday. And this is the Hot Zone Sports Report logging off. Peace out.